So everyone knows that climate change could wreck the planet and destroy all life on Earth. But even worse, it could cost you some money. Dulce Sloan looks into it in another episode of Count on It.
Good news, everyone. The election felt like it was the end of the world, but it wasn't. Bad news, the actual end of the world is coming up.
A life-threatening and devastating flooding emergency.
A crippling drought. Some people driving through flames to escape.
Climate change is getting worse. And even though the election was a small victory for the planet, Biden is still going to need to deal with Republicans who don't think fixing it is worth the price tag.
The Paris Accord, I took us out because we were going to have to spend trillions of dollars.
The American economy, it will die if we get rid of oil and gas.
Well, where are they going to get all the money from?
One of the people supporting this says we can just print money, Congressman.
I'm not taking economic advice from someone who looks like he spends most of his money on 8 balls. But I'll admit, after the way 2020 has gone, I myself have wondered if the world is even worth saving. So I want to know what costs more. Doing something like the Paris Agreement or a Green New Deal, or this kind of plan, which is, wait for it, nothing. Nada. Luckily, we found an expert in doing nothing, Professor Marshall Burke.
In a sense, we study the cost of doing nothing, although doing nothing here really means doing a lot.
I do nothing all the time, and it doesn't cost me a penny.
So we have studied this. The Paris Climate Agreement said we want to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. But let's say we do. Let's say we do nothing at all. The best estimate suggests we're going to get about 3 degrees Celsius, 5 or 6 degrees Fahrenheit of warming over the next century. Hotter temperatures reduce agricultural productivity. Hotter temperatures make us less productive at work. And this could cost us tens of trillions of dollars in terms of lost economic output.
If I hear trillions of dollars, I'm thinking monopoly money and unicorn tears. So what will doing nothing cost the average person?
You're right, trillion is hard to understand. So 100 billion is a Jeff Bezos. So a trillion is like 10 Jeff Bezoses.
Should we just kidnap Jeff Bezos and make him pay for it?
I don't know if our research speaks to a kidnapping approach.
What Marshall's research does speak to is that if we don't meet the 1.5 degree goal set by the Paris Accord, it could cost $6 trillion in the US alone. And Miami will be underwater, and not in a fun way. If we go past that, the world's GDP drops by 20%, and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride will have direct access to the Caribbean. On the other hand, what if we actually did something and passed some of the ambitious proposals laid out in the Green New Deal?